Yes. Now, how crazy is that? Didn't Obama and the Democrats just hold a gun to the American economy and demand $2.4 trillion for their spending habit?
Wow. We're in pineapple upside down world, Eric.
I mean, Obama was quite clear that he was more than willing to do massive spending cuts in a way no other Democratic president ever has. But, you know, this is what happens when, you know, remember Boehner was on the phone with Limbaugh. I mean, this is who he's talking to. So Obama is offering massive cuts, and Boehner is counseling with someone who's saying, you know, Democrats won't make any cuts. So that's the kind of world that, you know, that the Democrats have to deal with.
Yeah.
They're being run by Rush Limbaugh.
This is why I knew the the Democrats didn't lose, because Rush Limbaugh hated this deal.
Well, so did those Gallup polls. 65% of Tea Party supporters don't like this deal.
Yeah. No, exactly. That's who you're quote unquote trying to negotiate with.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Did you? I had mentioned it earlier, Eric, but I have to mention that Michelle Bachmann this weekend said the debt, the debt crisis. She said it happened on your watch, Mr. President. The downgrade. Yes, largely because of Tea Party crazies like her.
Yeah.
So we're rooting for default. She blamed the downgrade. It happened on your watch. Look what you did.
Well, that's the thing. That's the bind that sort of Obama and the White House are in. I mean, they're under criticism for not negotiating well, et cetera, and that's totally legitimate. But I mean, in a way, you know, they didn't want to have this massive default, and so in a way they had to go along, I think, with some of the Tea Party crazies. So then they adopt these policies, and then the Tea Party turns around and say, you're crazy for adopting our policies.
Exactly.
And there was also a very odd video over the weekend that Think Progress had of a Tea Party rally in Wisconsin cheering the news of the downgrade, which I think really tells you all you need to know.
Well, thank you. I'm cheering the America losing the Olympics.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
You know.
It's Obama derangement syndrome.
Well, you know, it's interesting. We'll get to I want to finish up right-wing world, but I was going to end with this. Is Fox rooting for a double-dip recession? It talks about, Fox Nation, it talks about them posting. They're not fans of the New York Times, but of course they post something that it's almost like they're so hopeful that things will get worse.
Oh, they want high unemployment. They want a debt downgrade. They want all these things, because this sort of economic ruin is the only path they have back to power. So we've entered this sort of sad new chapter in American history where you just openly, you don't root against your opponent, you root against the country while your opponent is in the White House, and it's really amazing.
That's the other layer. It's hard to to look at to miss the racism layer of what Pat Buchanan said, but the fact that he called the president your boy, Al Sharpton, it's like, beside the racism, right? It's like, apparently it's not our president anymore.
There does seem to be an impossible to hide level of condescension. Yeah, incredible condescension that's on display. The Wall Street Journal editorial page, Pat Buchanan, everyone feels incredibly comfortable on the right talking down to Obama.
Yeah, and there is condescension too. Probably. It's getting steamy inside the Fox racist bubble. All right, Sean Hannity.
Why should they require it by law? Why can't, if people want to engage in activity, at what point do we say people have got to be responsible for their own behavior?
This is about women's health. If you care about women's health,
it's not about women's health. It's about birth control. This is about women's birth control. Stop expecting other people to be responsible for every minute aspect of your life in this nanny state that you want to create.
Why should we pay for a man's Viagra?
Is a medical problem versus a choice to have sex.
Oh, I see. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
That involves that's important. All right. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it was so shocking to actually to hear anyone call Sean Hannity on anything. And when we have those opportunities, we get these great punchlines like him defending Viagra as a medical condition.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Greg Gutfeld and Bob Beckel on The Five.
The only problem with talking about Sarah Palin is that she works here, and it's like a coworker. And if I say something bad and I see her in the hallway, I feel really awkward and wrong. So I just kind of say, that was a good job.
It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with your paycheck. That's why you feel awkward about it. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, many times, I'll be honest, I've pulled my punches on it.
Oh, wow. Did someone on Fox News?
Hello.
Yeah.
And of course, the next day, they back and said, "Oh, it was a big joke.
Right.
We were just kidding. But yeah, the